Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to talk about my 30-day fast that I did. It's actually a detox. I call it a fast because I always take any detox as an opportunity to pray and just get my major breakthroughs. So I got the idea to do this detox from my mom. There was a book by Robert Morse that she read called The Detox Miracle, and she came and told me about this amazing detox that you can do and you cleanse your body, and stories about how a lot of people had recovered from really hectic illnesses, cancer and so on, just by flushing out toxins from their systems. So I definitely wanted to try this because I always do a detox every year. I like to do it at the beginning of the year, but in 2018 I really just had a slow start to the year. I didn't get around to it until March, and I did try in February, I did try a little bit in Jan, but I just got so busy with all my other plans for the year that it kind of took a backseat. But at the beginning of March, I was ready to start, and I knew that I wanted to do it for 30 days. So some of the things my mom had told me about from this book, which she gave me a copy of, and I kind of browsed through it, but I just really was so nervous about some of the stories about how you can break out in sores in your mouth, on your skin, and I was really terrified of that. For those of you who do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my acne attack post, and ever since that time I'm really just so scared of breaking out in any kind of anything on my face, especially because it really affected my self-esteem so much. That's one aspect of the detox that really made me nervous. However, I did need to detox. I have had to make changes to my diet in recent years. I just started reacting negatively to meat and certain things, and slowly worked them out of my diet. And I'm not 100% meat free, but I feel that I want to be 100% meat free, and I felt that doing a detox was going to be the quickest way to prepare my mind and body for this new lifestyle that I want to live, where I don't eat any meat at all. So it's been about 2 or 3 years where I've basically not had any beef or pork. I've had some chicken here and there. I mainly eat fish. I also do eat lamb, although I don't eat that much of it. My main sources of protein have been eggs and lentils, things like that. So I definitely felt the need to do this detox so that I could prepare myself mentally and physically to get into more of a stricter vegetarian lifestyle. So today is the 29th of March. By the time I post this video, it'll probably be the 31st, and I would be done with my detox. So I'm doing it for 30 days, meaning tomorrow is my last day on it. And for this entire month, all I've eaten was fruit. So any kind of fruit will do for this detox. Apples, pears, plums, oranges. I also like watermelon. I didn't really have bananas that much. I had them when I went home. My mom had bananas, and one time in a fruit salad that I ordered when I was eating out. But bananas haven't really been part of my diet. However, bananas are quite filling, especially compared to other fruit, and a lot of people do prefer to include them. I just have not been a fan of bananas ever since I've been on a weight loss journey, so I'm always careful of what I eat. I also had mangoes, I had a lot of grapes. I love grapes. Basically any fruit that you like will do on this detox. I would recommend that you read this book by Robert Morse before you dive into the detox, because you should be aware of what to expect, especially medically speaking, and the kinds of people who should avoid this kind of detox. It's supposed to be really intense as far as cleaning. It kind of really goes deep and gets all those toxins out, and then you flush them out of your system. So it's not gentle. It's described as being quite harsh or intense, so definitely do not do it unless you are prepared. You can also look online, I guess, for various sources that do touch on this topic, but I definitely recommend you read this book by Robert Morse before you get into it. I want to talk about the first 3 days of this detox. The first 3 days are probably the toughest. The first day for me was a challenge because I had tried to start this detox a couple of times before, ever since the new year, and I failed on the first day because you kind of just give in to that need to eat. Okay, I knew I could overcome it because I have done a fast before. Remember, I did a weight loss video and I talked about the master cleanse that I did for 21 days. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave the link in the description box, so please do check that video out. The first day is tough. It's really less of a physical challenge, more of a mental one. And many people who have tried to diet or have successfully dieted are aware that the biggest battle is in the mind. It's not that your body wants the food, it's that your mind wants it. So it's a craving. You crave the sugar, you crave the meat, you crave the junk. So I get cravings, like seriously, I love sweet things, I love junk food, but what I learned from doing the detox the first time where I did the master cleanse was that it's such an exercise of discipline to deprive yourself of food, especially for an extended period of time. You really learn how to be focused, how to be disciplined, and that can also translate to other aspects of your life. So you just find yourself being, just better at your work and better at your workouts, better at how you spend your free time. It's really something great. And for anyone who's never really experienced that, like you've never had to diet because you've always been skinny, or you have always eaten healthy because you grew up that way, you might not really know how much mental focus goes into being able to do a detox like this. It's something I would definitely recommend to everyone because I think the benefits are all around positive. They're not just physical, they're spiritual, they're emotional, they are psychological. It's just amazing. So the first 3 days are the hardest. That's when you are adjusting. You want to eat and you're smelling everything. You're just still so much in your habits of eating, during every meal, having something savory, having something spicy, having some starch, and you can't get any of that with this detox. So it is really difficult for the first 3 days. But I find that once you get through the first day, that alone is motivation to kind of encourage you to continue to the next day. Then you get through the second day and so forth. So it's a day at a time, but really focus on your first day, really prepare yourself to be challenged. It's going to be difficult. It's not easy, even if you're someone who doesn't eat a lot. Like my mom, she's a skinny woman. That's what she looks like, and she isn't a big eater. She's not big on junk, and she thought this was going to be easy, but she only managed to do 11 days, which was really great. I mean, I was super proud of her, but she also found it so challenging. So it's not about weight, it's not about your eating habits, it's the mental aspect of it. It's knowing that there are certain things that you just simply cannot have, and that's a big challenge to overcome. But once you do, it's such a great victory. I also want to talk about the last 3 days, which is where I'm at now. Like I said, this is day 29 for me, and I told myself that for day 28, 29 and 30 I wanted to start transitioning into different foods so that I could be ready to eat. I basically want to have my cheat day on Saturday, so I wanted to be ready for that. So I've also added raw vegetables to my diet, and I started this yesterday, and this is just to prepare your system, your digestive system, for this different other food that is coming into the mix that you haven't had for 27 days. So far so good. I've had basically no reaction to it. However, it's still a raw diet, and I am expecting to have certain reactions to cooked food, but I also do want to have a mainly raw diet going forward. This was another goal with doing this detox, was just getting myself used to more of a raw food diet. It's very important to prepare properly for ending your detox. I know that when you're going without food, all you're doing is planning your meal, and just because your body is changing doesn't mean your mind is changing. So your mind, my mind anyway, is still stuck on pizza, burger, meat, spicy stuff, junk, sweets, chocolate, and I know my body isn't at the stage ready for what my mind wants for me to eat. So do a lot of research about getting off a detox. It's a lot more dangerous getting off than getting on. There are people who have died from getting off their detox the wrong way. It's really not a joke. Just really read. That's why I recommend this book. Read this book. See everything you should prepare for before and for after. It's really important. Okay, but the last 3 days, it's basically easy. I don't really think about food. I don't think about the food I'm not getting. I'm just eating. It's about 5 p.m. I've had a bowl of raw veggies this morning and I haven't had anything else. So it's really easy towards the end. It actually gets easier after day 3, but gradually as you do it, it's not so much that it's easy, it's just you have adjusted to it and you're now in that routine. So yeah, that's what I want you guys to be careful about with regards to the last 3 days and coming off the detox. Speaking of adjusting, let's talk about how I felt throughout this detox. Did I feel hungry? Yes, I felt hungry like every single day. You can eat all the fruit you want in life and you can get full, but remember, the challenge isn't with what your body is feeling, it's with what your mind is thinking. And my mind wanted bread and sugar and meat or meat replacement, something savory, something spicy, the stuff that I generally like to eat, that I enjoy, even if it is plant-based. And I couldn't get any of that. All I could get was sweet stuff, just fruit sugar, just the same taste. Sometimes it's sour, sometimes it's sweeter, but it's the same thing. And you can eat a whole lot of that and you might not feel full. You can even really sometimes not eat, like your appetite really kind of dies down, because honestly there's only so much fruit you can want at a time. So you do get hungry, you do feel hungry. Yesterday I was really listening to my body and just gauging how I was feeling. I was hungry and my stomach was rumbling, and you get that kind of tension in your stomach, but it's not the kind of hunger that makes you jump up off your bed or your couch and go get a snack. It's just something you feel, but you're disciplined and you're in control, so you just handle it and you don't go crazy, you don't lose your mind, you don't feel like you're dying, you don't get sick, you're just okay. So that's generally how I felt throughout. And for me personally, I didn't break out into any rashes or sores or anything. You're supposed to check your tongue, and if it's really white, that means a lot of the toxins have come out to the surface and they've come out of your body. But I didn't even really get that, and I think a big part of it has to do with the fact that my diet generally has been pretty clean. I mean, I can't really do meat. I don't eat bread because I get super constipated. So there were already a lot of things that I had cleaned out of my diet. So I think that's why I didn't have any severe reactions. Of course, there are certain reactions that come with getting off the diet. So I might, see something later. And if I do, I'll update it probably in a comment or a separate video. The first week, I definitely had headaches, and I did take a painkiller here and there just to manage it. I also did kind of experience a little dizziness and quite a lot of fatigue. I felt really low on energy and just tired a lot, which makes sense because the calories that I'm used to getting in that help me function at a certain level were lowered quite significantly, and I think also just some of the nutrients. I definitely wasn't getting as much protein, and yeah, it definitely took a toll It wasn't the kind of fatigue that kind of had me laid out flat and couldn't function at all. I still continued to work and do everything that I do on a daily basis. The only thing I couldn't really do successfully was working out, and this is probably also just because my appetite was really low. If you tried out, you might have a completely different reaction to it. You might consume significantly more fruit than I did and still be able to work out, because I know there are people who just, manage to get their workouts in and really just function as they normally would 100%. In terms of the headaches, they did stop after about a week or so, or at least decrease, and I didn't feel them throughout the day. It was when I woke up, I'd wake up with, it wasn't a headache as much. It was more of a heavy feeling, like my head felt heavy. I might have taken a painkiller on 4 of the days that I was on this detox. I would feel kind of not so great in the morning when I woke up. Throughout the day, I would improve. It could be because I'm a night owl, but I felt a lot better and felt like I had a lot more energy towards the end of the day. Your experience might be different. Right now, with me coming to the end of my detox, I wake up in the morning just normal. I don't wake up feeling hungry, feeling disappointed, like, oh no, I can't have cereal, I can't have bacon, I don't eat bacon, I can't have eggs. I don't wake up feeling like that. I just woke up this morning feeling 100% normal, even with that slight feeling of hunger, but I don't even know, am I hungry? I don't know. With time, you really do adjust to this new way of eating for your detox, and it's a quick adjustment. I say 3-4 days, maybe 5 days. After that, really you're good to go, and if you've made it 5 days, you can probably stretch it to 30 days unless you have any issues along the way. It's important to listen to your body. It's important to know what is too much. It's important to also be honest with yourself and not tell yourself, I can't handle this anymore, my body is saying no, and quit just because it's hard. It is hard. This is not easy, but remember, you're doing it for your long-term health goals. So I want to be healthy, I want to live a healthier life, I want to live longer, I want to have more energy, I want to be at my best. So that was a really great driving force. An important question that I definitely know I will get on this topic: how much weight did I lose? Okay, so I did not weigh myself at the beginning of the detox because weight loss wasn't one of my goals with this, but I do know I was around 60 kilograms. I weighed myself today for this video so I could report on it, and I've lost 5 kilograms. So my weight is now at 55. This is probably the lightest I've been in years. I don't think I was even at 55 kilograms in high school. Maybe I was, but that's what my weight is. Like I said, weight loss wasn't a goal with this, and I would discourage anyone who wants to detox with weight loss as their main goal, because you're going to be in for some disappointment. Detoxing isn't how you're going to live for the rest of your life. Weight loss is mainly only successful when you adopt a certain lifestyle that you can consistently keep up with, and that will help you maintain the weight you lose and to lose more weight if that is what you're trying to do. I do just want to show you guys though my weight loss. So this picture just shows you guys where my weight was, and this is me currently. I will post a video talking about my weight loss goals, which aren't really weight loss, they're more toning, and that's what my focus is going to be on. Some other things to expect with this detox is that after about a week or so, all your bodily excretions don't really have the same odor. So because your system is cleaner and all you've got in there is fruit, your excretions smell like fruit. You kind of just have a fruity smell when you go to the bathroom, when you perspire, and you really just do feel good. You feel healthier. My entire system is just quiet and calm and happy. I don't have any cramps. Those symptoms from the beginning were just my body's way of healing from things I was already suffering from. I did get headaches like quite frequently. I did feel tired and fatigued and just low on energy. And what the detox will do is kind of bring those symptoms to the surface, especially right at the beginning beginning when you're starting out and then get them out of the way. Overall, I feel great, and I definitely do not want to undo the work that I did this month by just going back to a junky diet and indulging in everything. But I also know that I'm human, and my mind, as much as I've gotten a little bit more disciplined through this process, will still want sweet stuff and spicy stuff and all kinds of things. So I'm planning my eating plan going forward to include a cheat meal. So one cheat meal every week where I'm going to indulge in the things that I generally am going to keep out of my diet. So that's the end of my video. If I have left anything out or you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. I'm going to follow this video up with a video speaking about my new eating plan. I also want to do a workout challenge for April, so look out for that video. You can definitely join me on these fitness and health journeys, and let's share our experiences. If you are currently detoxing or want to detox or have detoxed in the past, please put it in the comments. I would love to hear about your experiences. I hope this video has been helpful and informative. Feel free to hit me up on social. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.